good afternoon. I'm Belle, and welcome back to How to Train a Healthy Mind. So, over the past few weeks, we have been going through all 5 different ways to train a healthy mind. So, right now, I would like to introduce 5 things that you want to avoid, 5 mistakes that you want to avoid if you want to have a healthy mind. So, Roy H. Williams once said that a smart man makes mistake, learns from it, and never repeat the same mistake again. But a wise man would just find a smart man and learn the mistakes from him so that the wise man doesn't have to go through it. So right now, I want to tell you about these 5 mistakes. I want to give you this overview about these 5 mistakes, and so that you can be the wise man that you don't have to go through the mistakes. So first, I want to tell you a story about myself. I believe all of us have gone through this in our lifetime before, that you met a person that's special and you spend a lot of time together. That's the same for me. So in my university years, I've met this person who was very, very special because we study together and we have the same hobby. We work out together, we listen to the same music, we watch the same TV series. Literally, we do everything together and we stayed together. My university years lasted for 4 years. After 4 years, he had to just leave without saying anything. Till date, I don't really know what's the reason, and which actually breaks my heart, and it just put me into this really dark position. At that point of time, I was not familiar with this healthy mindset, and so I fell deep into darkness, and I was just isolating myself from anyone else. My friends, my family tried to talk to me. I was not listening. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I was just living my own world. At that point of time, I was only watching TV series because that took my mind off to something else. And I was having drinking issue. I was addicted to drinking because I was convinced that I had to drink to sleep, because honestly, after that very special person left me, and I couldn't sleep at all because I wasn't used to sleeping alone. And the moment I closed my eyes, I would just think about everything that we did together, and it just put me into a darker place. So I was always, every night I was drinking until I passed out, or else I would just stay up for multiple nights, that because I really couldn't sleep. So I was addicted to drinking. I was even trying out drugs because I wanted to feel something else other than the heartbreak. And I was literally doing nothing because I didn't know what to do. So moral of the story is that when I came out of it, I realized that all these big fat mistakes that I was facing, and it actually brings me so far away from training a healthy mindset. So first of all, you should never ever watch TV series and bury yourself into all types of TV series all the time just to avoid thinking of a heartbreak. And second, you should never ever touch drugs or fall into drinking problems, because that is not going to help you at all. It might give you a temporary feeling, great feeling of not thinking, but it wouldn't help for long. Trust me, I've been there. And third, you don't want to complain. You don't want to blame anyone at all. I'm gonna dive into all these mistakes in the next few episodes, but right now I'm just giving you an overview. And fourth, you don't want to isolate yourself, because in the previous episode that I talked about, you need to connect with yourself and with other people to train a healthy mindset. So the fourth big fat mistake that you want to avoid is to isolate yourself from anyone else. And the last but not least, there's a lot of other mistakes, but I'm talking about this 5 that's really big mistakes that you really want to avoid. And number 5 is to do nothing. If you do nothing and assume that time heals, let me just tell you right now, doing nothing and let time heals is not going to heal. Sorry to tell you the bad news, but no, it's not going to heal. So these are the overview of the 5 big fat mistakes that you want to avoid. Thank you for watching.